Hey everybody, it's Phil Evans with BayAreaLifestyle.com, and today we are back with Phil Caulfield, and today we're going to be talking about FHA and VA loans. All right, Phil, let's talk about VA loans. So VA loans obviously are for our military members, for their families too, right? Or is it just for people that served actively in the military, or I think spouses can, or is it, how does that work?
Yeah, well,
Who qualifies for a VA loan?
Well, VA stands for Veterans Administration, and a VA loan is for a veteran.
Okay.
So a spouse can get a VA loan with their veteran borrower.
Okay, great.
But the spouse cannot get a VA loan by themselves.
Why would somebody want to go with a VA loan over another type of loan?
The biggest advantage of a VA loan is there's no down payment required.
Okay.
So zero down up to $636,150 here in the Bay Area.
And that's huge for our area because prices are so high. To be able to put zero down is going to allow a lot more people to get into the market. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, are there any restrictions as far as it being for single family or condo or townhouse, or is it's just as a $636,000 loan, zero down, and you can buy whatever you want?
Yeah, you can buy single family, condo, or townhouse, correct.
Okay, or probably any residential up to 4 units?
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right, great. So if you wanted to get an investment property, live in one of the units, then a VA loan would probably work for that as well. Talk to us a little bit about some of the advantages and disadvantages of using a VA loan. Because you're only putting 0% down, you don't have as much skin in the game as somebody, even with an FHA loan that has 3.5% down. Talk to us about why somebody may choose to use a VA loan.
Okay, well, obviously the zero down is huge, a huge benefit. Generally speaking, credit scores and credit history don't need to be as high with a VA loan as they have to be with a conventional loan.
Okay.
Similar to FHA, credit scores should be 620 or so, but there are exceptions to that. Another benefit of a VA loan is, unlike the FHA, there's no monthly mortgage insurance premium paid.
Wow, okay.
At closing, you have to pay a funding fee, which is added to the loan amount, but there's no monthly payment along with that.
Is that usually a percentage?
Yeah, it's a percentage
of the loan or the cost of the house?
It's a percentage of the loan amount, and it's also based on the loan to value.
Okay. So the loan amount is capped at $636,150 for our area, is that right?
Yes and no. It's $636,150 with 0% down. You can buy a home with a VA loan and still make a small down payment. I'll give you an example. Let's say you wanted to buy buy a home with a VA loan for $1 million. Mm-hmm. The way the down payment is calculated is there's zero down on that first $636,000. On the remaining $364,000, the veteran would have to put down 25% of that amount, which is roughly $90,000. So a veteran could buy $1 million home with $90,000 down, which is less than 10%.
Yeah.
So that's a huge benefit.
That's really interesting. So it's 25%.
25% of the difference above 636,
which usually comes out still below, say, 10% of $1 million. Well, that's awesome. That's a huge benefit.
Yep.
That's great. So when getting a loan for VA, are there certain requirements that people should be aware of as far as using it that might make it longer to get funded or underwritten or anything?
Well,
like
yeah.
that?
Well, one thing is that there always has to be a termite report and clearance. I know in this market that a lot of times those are waived by buyers, but with a VA loan, it is required.
Yeah, that's a huge thing to think about when you're deciding on a VA loan, especially in the Bay Area market. There are a lot of non-contingent offers that you're competing against. We're not seeing as many all-cash offers right now today as we did in the past. That may change again, but right now the biggest thing is non-contingent offers. And with a VA loan, you don't really have that option, right? You have to get the inspection reports. You have to have certain things checked off as far as whether it meets the requirements that the VA sets forward to fund that loan, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The VA wants to protect the veteran, and that's the reason why they require the termite report and clearance.
Okay, so that's something to think about for sure. Talk to us about credit scores with VA loans. If somebody does have a low credit score, does that affect how much they're willing to be funded for? Or if you're a VA candidate, it doesn't matter, they're going to just give you the full amount?
Well, they can give you the full amount, but you do have to have certain credit requirements. Like I said before, they're a little bit easier than conventional, but the time period after financial events such as bankruptcy and foreclosure is usually less than where you can get a new VA loan than it would be with a conventional loan.
Okay, great. And where do you go to get a VA loan? Do you have to go to a VA office, or can you just go to a regular lender or bank?
Yeah, a VA office wouldn't be providing the mortgages. You would go to a bank, a mortgage banker, or a mortgage broker that offers VA loans.
Okay. And do you still get a pre-approval letter when you get approved for a VA loan?
We definitely can do that, and
Okay.
we recommend it, yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've learned a ton about VA loans. If you are interested in reaching out to us about getting a VA loan, please do so. My contact information is at the bottom. Phil, where can they reach out to you at for VA loans?
My phone number is 650-222-0386, and my email is pcaulfield@guaranteemortgage.com. That's PCAULFIELD@guaranteemortgage.com.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank
and if
you.
you're a service member, thank you so much for your service to our country.
Thank you.